What's up, guys? This is Martez. Welcome to the very first video on the channel. Here, we're diving into everything Marvel and DC, from rumors and leaks to breakdowns and reviews, and of course, some wild theories along the way. So if you love comic book movies as much as I do, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments because I want to hear what you think too. Now, let's get into it. Spider-Man Brand New Day may have just revealed its real villain, and it's not who anyone expected. Marvel and Sony finally confirmed the return of Michael Mando as Mac Gargan, aka Scorpion, resolving an 8-year-old cliffhanger from Homecoming. Add in John Bernthal's Punisher, rumors of Savage Hulk, and even teases of multiple villains, and this sequel is already packed. But despite all that, we still don't know who Spider-Man's main enemy really is. And now, a brand new theory points to one of Spidey's oldest and most dangerous foes, finally making his MCU debut. If true, this changes everything we thought we knew about Brand New Day. But who is this mystery villain? And how does he connect to Scorpion, Punisher, and even that strange tank spotted on set in Glasgow? Let's break it all down. So first, let's start with what's confirmed. Marvel and Sony officially announced that Michael Mando is back as Scorpion. That's huge, because fans have been waiting since 2017 to see Gargan actually suit up. In Homecoming, we saw him scarred, vowing revenge on Spider-Man, but after that, silence. Now, 8 years later, his return is confirmed, but here's the twist. Insiders say Scorpion won't be the movie's main villain, and that's where things get messy.
On the outside, I would love to meet him. You know, take a picture, slice his throat, put his head in a dryer.
Rumors have bounced around for months. Mr. Negative, Kingpin, Savage Hulk, even Silver Samurai. 8 villains have been rumored in total, and yet none of them seem to be the true big bad. So if Scorpion isn't leading the charge, who is? Enter Alistair Smythe. For those unfamiliar, Smythe is one of Spider-Man's most underrated but dangerous enemies. He's a robotics genius, son of Spencer Smythe, and creator of the Spider Slayers, robotic hunters designed with one purpose: to destroy Spider-Man. In the comics, Alistair eventually upgrades himself into a cyborg, even donning advanced armored suits. He's not just a background villain, he's obsessed, relentless, and one of Spidey's most dangerous hunters. And yes, he has appeared in live action before. Briefly in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, where BJ Novak played him in a minor Oscorp role. But Marvel never did anything with him after that. So why are fans suddenly convinced Smythe is the mastermind of Brand New Day?
I'm Spider-Man. You're no Spider-Man! He's a Leo! You're a Sagittarius! You will smash him again! I'm gonna rip your web boom head off! Now get to work!
Here's where things get interesting. During recent Brand New Day set filming in Glasgow, fans spotted a mysterious tank with a red, horned logo on its side. At first, people thought it belonged to the Punisher or maybe the Inner Demons. But look closer. The design actually resembles certain versions of Smythe's Spider Slayer helmets. Could this be the first live-action Spider Slayer? Even wilder, Smythe is known for upgrading villains. In the comics, he enhanced Scorpion's suit, gave Boomerang new tech, and even worked with Kingpin. And guess what? Daniel RPK recently reported that both Boomerang and Ramrod will appear in Brand New Day. Coincidence? Or is Marvel setting up Smythe as the puppet master behind all these enhanced villains? Question for you. If that tank isn't Punisher's, could it actually be Smythe tech in disguise? Here's where this theory really gains traction. If Smythe is the one pulling strings, then Scorpion's return isn't just fan service, it's setup. Smythe could be the one upgrading Gargan into his full cybernetic Scorpion suit, finally delivering on the tease from Homecoming. But it doesn't stop there. Ramrod, a rumored inclusion, is a daredevil villain who just so happens to be a cyborg. Perfect fit for Smythe's experiments. Even Tombstone, another rumored villain, could be reimagined through Smythe's enhancements, shifting him from chemically altered gangster into something much more terrifying. This paints a picture where Smythe isn't just a villain, he's the architect of an entire army of Spider-Man's foes. And if that's the case, Brand New Day might secretly be Marvel's first step toward building a live-action Sinister Six, but controlled by one man. So who could actually play Alistair Smythe? Here's what we know. Past casting calls for Spider-Man 4, now Brand New Day, included a resourceful young man in his early 20s, which could easily be Alistair. Another call asked for a male 30 to 50, described as a no-nonsense authority figure who sees the world in black and white. That could very well be Spencer Smythe, Alistair's father. But here's the curveball. Some fans believe Stranger Things star Sadie Sink could be playing a gender-bent Smythe. Honestly, that wouldn't be a stretch, given Marvel's history of flipping roles. Of course, we can't ignore the ASM2 connection. BJ Novak already played Smythe once. Could Marvel bring him back in an expanded role, just like they revived Michael Keaton's Vulture? Which would you prefer, a younger tech genius Smythe, played by someone new, or a return of BJ Novak for full circle continuity? Now let's connect this back to the set footage. We know Punisher is chasing down Scorpion in Glasgow, with Spider-Man caught in the middle. Some reports even suggest Punisher switches vehicles during the chase, from his iconic battle van to that massive military truck. But what if that truck isn't Punisher's at all? What if it's Smythe tech, one of the Spider Slayers, or at least a prototype? That would explain the red logo, the advanced design, and why Punisher is so desperate to stop it. He might not even be fighting Spider-Man, he's fighting Smythe's creations. Which makes Spider-Man misinterpret Punisher as the threat, setting up their inevitable clash. Imagine this, Spider-Man versus Punisher, while in the background, Smythe sits untouched, pulling the strings. How's that for a twist? If Smythe really is the hidden villain, it changes everything. Think about it. Marvel has been hinting at Peter Parker's darker evolution since No Way Home. Facing off against a villain like Smythe, who builds enemies and literally tries to mechanize Spider-Man's destruction, would push Peter in ways we've never seen. It also ties perfectly into J. Jonah Jameson's return. Remember, in the comics, it was Jameson who first commissioned the Spider Slayers. Imagine JJJ, furious after years of Spider-Man chaos, finally funding Smythe to finish what his father started.
I want Spider-Man!
And long-term, Smythe could be the kind of villain who keeps coming back. He doesn't just fight Spider-Man once. He evolves, upgrades, creates new weapons. He could even play into Avengers-level threats down the line. So, here's where we stand. Scorpion is confirmed. Hulk will appear, but likely not as the villain. Punisher is in the mix, but more as an anti-hero. And now, thanks to set leaks, casting calls, and fan theories, Alistair Smythe might secretly be the mastermind of Spider-Man Brand New Day. But remember, this is still speculation. Marvel hasn't confirmed it, and they love to mislead fans with rumors and leaks. So what do you think? Is Smythe really the hidden villain of Brand New Day? Or is Marvel saving someone even bigger for Spider-Man's next chapter? Drop your theories in the comments below.